The college football season all comes down to this. One final game. Alabama, Georgia for the national championship. Johnny Talk Sports here to bring you my preview and predictions for the national title game, and I am going to get right into it. We have Alabama and Georgia, a rematch of the SEC title game from just over a month ago where Alabama came out on top 41-24. Bryce Young had 421 passing yards in that game to lead the Tide to victory and to seal up the Heisman Trophy. Throughout the whole year, Bryce Young has 4,503 passing yards, which is third in the FBS. And Alabama also is averaging about 41.5 points per game, which is third in the FBS. For Georgia, Stetson Bennett has overcome some adversity throughout his career as the Georgia quarterback. He's been playing well throughout the year. However, against Alabama, in his two career games against the Crimson Tide, 47 of 88, which is only about 53% of his passes are completed, 649 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. So perhaps Alabama is Stetson Bennett's kryptonite. When we talk about Georgia, we mainly talk about their defense. Second total defense, only behind Wisconsin. They are only allowing about an average of 9.6 points per game, which is first in the FBS. And their offense, that doesn't really get talked about as much because we are just very intrigued by their defense. Their offense is putting up about 38.8 points per game, which is ninth in the country. So we've got two of the best 10 scoring offenses in the country in this national championship game. Alabama is 6th in total defense, and they are 3rd in team sacks, led by Will Anderson, who is leading the country in total sacks this season, who should have been a Heisman Trophy finalist in my opinion. Georgia, they are 10th in team sacks. So a big key to this game is going to be which front seven is going to be able to get to the quarterback the best. That's going to be one way this game is decided. Even though we saw Alabama completely dominate against Georgia 41-24 about a month ago, this game is going to be a lot closer this time. Because Alabama really got going in that second quarter, and that is what was the difference in that game, as they put up 24 of their 41 points in the second quarter. Brian Robinson wasn't that big of an impact for the Tide against Georgia a month ago, but we saw him absolutely dominate in the running game against Cincinnati. 204 rushing yards against the Bearcats in the semifinal, while Georgia's offensive line did a really great job against Michigan, really preventing Aiden Hutchinson and David Ojabo from getting to Stetson Bennett. So I think this game will come down to the front seven versus the O-line. That is one matchup to look for within this game. Also, can Georgia contain Jamison Williams? Because Jamison Williams, 7 catches, 184 yards, and 2 touchdowns in the matchup 1 month ago. And Jamison Williams is going to have to step up in the absence of John Mechie. I do wonder how Georgia is going to set up a game plan for Zamir White and James Cook in this game, because they were held in check by Alabama in the matchup in December. So I mentioned how the running game in general is going to be in this matchup, because neither running games were completely effective in the SEC title game. So I am now going to get to what everyone is waiting for, and that is the prediction. And here's my prediction. So right now, Alabama is a 3-point underdog. Despite them dominating the same team they're going up against on Monday night about a month ago, they are still somehow a 3-point underdog. On the other side, we have been hyping up Georgia's defense all season long. talking about how it's a historic defense, how they're only giving up about 9.5 points per game, how they have one of the best defenses that we've seen in college football, despite Georgia only being second total defense to Wisconsin, but still, it's a team that doesn't break. But Bryce Young broke this Georgia defense 1 month ago. Ever since the Iron Bowl, Bryce Young has looked cool, calm, and collected. Well, probably longer than that. Probably that final drive in regulation in the Iron Bowl. Bryce Young, he's just looked calm in the pocket, able to extend plays, and I think that will be a difference in this game. Alabama will win this game, which I don't understand why the Tide are a 3-point underdog, considering Alabama's history with Nick Saban being one of the best coaches of all time, not only in college football, but maybe even one of the best coaches in all of football, if you want to really debate that, even though he probably shouldn't because he flopped in the NFL. But at least the best head coach in college football history to some. And I think Alabama wins this game by a score of 35-21. So I think it'll be a 14-point win for Alabama. Comment your prediction down below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, have a great day.